What's good, guys? What's good, guys? Welcome back to Chugdi Football TV. I thought you thought I forgot. You thought I wasn't going to talk about, I wasn't going to talk about the latest Champions League happenings. Did you think I was just going to leave you hanging? I hope that's not what you thought. That I was just going to leave you hanging and, you know, nah. I'm here. I'm back, baby. I'm here. So we have a handful of things to talk about today. The recent happenings in, the Champions League so far. It's been fun. I'm a few days late, especially with the Liverpool PSG game, but hey, it's still a hot topic. So I'm going to talk about a few of the games that have transpired, mainly focusing on the Liverpool versus PSG game, the Real Madrid versus Atletico, and a bit about the Arsenal versus PSV. That is mainly on what I'm going to be focusing on. And maybe here and there mention, a few, other games like the Bayern Munich Leverkusen game. What that game went on? The Club Brugge versus Aston Villa, and some other games by the side. But the main focus will be on the hot ones. So let's start. Which one should I start with? Let's start with the PSG versus Liverpool game, because before this video, my last video was actually on that game. Now, from the first leg of the PSG versus Liverpool game, for all of us that watched it, that game was a game of chance, in the sense whereby the team to take their chance won the game. It wasn't necessarily the fact that Liverpool played well, because PSG dominated the hell out of Liverpool. Like I said, I was telling a friend of mine, I haven't seen Liverpool be this dominated like that, like this or like that in a very long time. Dominated from top to bottom. Vitinho was incredible. Joao Neves for PSG. That guy is incredible. Vitinho, Joao Neves, special shout out to Due. That Due, we'll talk about him separately, because that's like a Neymar baby. That's like a Neymar baby. What I mean is, by you can tell, so probably he growing up, his idol was like Neymar or something. Dude is incredible. PSG, kudos to them. Because they look like a real threat. PSG look like a real threat. Like, they're very good defensively. They're very solid defensively. They're very good when it comes to midfield. They have these dogs in Joao Neves, Vitinho. They have I think Kim. I can't remember his full name. The Chinese guy or something. They have Kim. They have what's the guy from Spain? His name is just eluding my mind right now. Fabian Ruiz or whatever. Incredible midfielders. And let's talk about their wing backs. Their wing backs. They have you see, anytime I'm in front of this camera, they have Mendes. We'll talk about Mendes. And they have dude from Morocco, Hakimi. What's going on? Hakimi, who was incredible. Now let's talk about Joao Mendes, the potential Ballon d'Or winner, which I think he's the best player in the world currently, Mohamed Salah. Regardless, I think he's the best player in the world right now. But let's give a big shout out to Mendes for the way he basically puts Mohamed Salah on a leash in both legs. Mohamed Salah couldn't do anything with him. He outran Salah. He outstrengthened Salah. He everything above Salah. He locked Salah. Salah couldn't do anything with Mendes in both legs, first and second leg. Salah was appalling. Couldn't do anything with Mendes. Mendes played a good game. That's a good game. Played a great game against Liverpool and against Salah. Put Salah on a leash. Salah couldn't do anything with him. And the only problem with PSG is they don't just know how to take their chances. They don't know how to finish. And truth be told, I don't think they're going to get past Aston Villa. I don't think they're going to get past Aston Villa if they're not clinical in front of goal. I felt like Liverpool was going to win the second leg, not because Liverpool were going to be were better or were going to outplay them, but just because Liverpool were probably going to take their chances. And remember that even in the second leg, Liverpool scored a goal, which was offside. Well, PSG too scored a goal in the first leg, which was offside too, to be fair. So it cancels out. But Liverpool did score a goal in the second leg, which was offside. And imagine if that goal wasn't offside, PSG would have lost the game. Not because PSG wasn't way better than Liverpool, but they don't just know how to take their chances. And in the Champions League, that can be the difference between you getting knocked out and you going to the next level. You have to take your chances, and that is something that PSG are not good at. Maybe they are good with doing that in their league, but they just bottle things. And I don't think they're going to get past Aston Villa. That is just my opinion. I don't think they're going to get past Aston Villa because Aston Villa are very fluid on the ball too. They have guys like Marcus Rogers. These guys that are very, dogs in midfield as well. They have dogs in midfield. Plus, they're very good with their chances. They are very good with their chances. They have Asensio, who is on form. Rashford, who will be a threat. And, great strikers. So I think, left to me, I don't think PSG are going to get past Aston Villa. But that's a conversation for another time. And I might be wrong, but I don't mind being wrong. I don't just see them getting past Liverpool. Because with Liverpool, if Salah is not scoring, Liverpool don't really have, aside from Gakpo, but Liverpool don't have like a deadly striker, like a number 9, a clinical number 9. And they haven't had that for a long time. And that is what they bought Nunes for, who has been incredibly poor since he came to Liverpool. And I think his failures has been going under the radar, because I remember when Jack Grealish, at a point in Man City, everybody was like, "Who is a flop? He's a this, he's a that. He hasn't justified the huge amount he was bought for and all that stuff." But people forget about this Liverpool boy. People forget about him, about Nunes. People forget about that he's been a flop. He hasn't been good at all. Dude misses some crazy chances that I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? And yeah, the game was a very interesting game, especially the second leg. It was very, very interesting. Like I said, PSG had chances to not even to kill that game within both halves. They had chances to kill that game. Now, notwithstanding, Liverpool had chances too. They had a lot of chances too. Both teams had chances, but I still think PSG dominated them, and I feel like PSG deserved the win. PSG deserved the win. And by the way, I still think Liverpool are going to lose against Newcastle on Saturday, but that's a topic for another day too. Now, so big shout outs to Dembele, who scored. He also missed a few good chances, which I don't know what he was doing. But he was immense in the first leg and second leg, giving Robertson, McAllister issues, giving them issues. PSG going forward, they are an incredible threats. They just need a pure bagsman. I think if they have, maybe let's say they have had like an Osimhen in that number 9, yeah, that would have been really scary. So big ups to them. They did well, but I don't think they're going to, get past Aston Villa though. Special shouts outs to Due. That dude is a special player, special player. His impact, even in the first leg, I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And his impact in the second leg, very skillful on the ball, very comfortable on the ball, very flary. He's such a flary player. And he was one that scored. He scored the pen to knock Liverpool out of the game. So big ups to PSG for doing a great job. Now we move on to the Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid game. As everybody know, I say it all the time, I am an Arsenal and Real Madrid fan. Those are the clubs I support. How do you support two clubs? How do you support two clubs? I support two clubs. Do what you want with that information. Real Madrid, Arsenal. Those are my teams. And it's not just for time. For time. Since I was a little pop. You feel me? So, the Atletico and Real Madrid game was a very tough game. Very tough game. I think any game with Atletico will be tough. Any game with Atletico is going to be tough. They are a very compact, defensive-minded, rigid type of team. You don't, with Atletico, when you win a team like Atletico, you know that you've put in a shift. That's the thing about Atletico Madrid. You are not just going to go there and run them out the park. You are going to put in work. If you win against Atletico, you know that you deserved that win. You know that you fought hard. And that was what it was. It was a well-fought game. I call Atletico my babies. I call them my babies because even with all the gra they do, with Real Madrid, we still beat them all the time. We beat them. They are like my children. We've beaten them in Champions League finals. We beat them. When push comes to shove, we show them who owns Madrid. And Real owns Madrid. It just is what it is. But it was a tough game. By the way, I even think they're going to one of my closest friends is a Barcelona fan, and we're always, but Real Madrid, Barcelona, we don't get along. I'm rooting for Atletico in the Copa del Rey against Barcelona. I think they are going to beat Barcelona, and they're going to face Madrid in the final of Copa del Rey, and we're going to beat them there again. But like I always say, that's a conversation for another day. So back to the game. The Real Madrid versus Atletico game, Champions League, was a very rigid game. It was a very, end-to-end stuff. Although I think Real Madrid, even we dominated them, especially the second leg. We really did dominate them. We held more of the possession. They were very defensive, Atletico. They have this mid block that is like the wall of Jericho. It's very hard to break through. They have they are very good defensively, and they are very, their players are very efficient. They're very efficient. They also have a world-class striker, which I have to give them kudos for. But I think Real Madrid dominated that game. We did dominate the game. We had a lot of chances. We did not convert. And also, they had chances too that they didn't convert, especially this second leg. There were times in this game that we were clinical, or I would say efficient in defense, that saved us. Like I remember there was a interception from there was one that basically they were going to score that goal. They were going to score that goal if not for the defensive excellence of Rudiger. where he intercepted up the pass from the um, corner flank. Do you understand? If not, that was a goal. That was a goal. They would have knocked us out. So we made a lot of defensive last minute tackles or put away or whatever you want to call it to save us the game. But that is what these games are like. These games are usually determined by fine margins. And also, this guy had a stinker. Vinicius had a stinker. I think he needs to give the ball out faster sometimes. Very stingy on the ball sometimes. There were times he could have passed the ball to Mbappe, but he wanted to, I don't know what he was trying to do, wanted to be the hero of the night or whatever. I don't know what dude is trying to do sometimes. Just pass the damn ball. Pass the damn ball. And Mbappe too is guilty of it sometimes. So, yeah, like I don't understand what is going on with Vinicius. He also almost cost us the game in that when it came to the penalty. He almost cost us the game. This thing of constantly changing penalty takers. Today it is Mbappe that will take the penalties. Tomorrow it will be Vini. Next tomorrow it would be Modric. Then it will be back to Mbappe. Like just have one penalty taker. Just have one penalty taker. And and if that penalty taker isn't available, then another person can take it. This constant change, I really don't understand. Now, I'm not usually mad at players for missing pens because it happens. It happens to the best of us. Penalties it's any man's game, to be fair. It is any man's game. The best of the best lose penalties sometimes. So what can you really say? But I just feel like in an important game like that, you should be putting that away. But notwithstanding, he missed it. Hey, it happens. Thank God that miss didn't come to bite us in the ass. We still got the win. So it was a very, very tight end-to-end game. And the game went to penalties. And I remember my heart was like my heart was almost out of my my chest, to be fair, because it was scary. It was scary. And yes, the big talk is on the what's his name? See, now I've forgotten the name again. Atletico Madrid striker. His name has eluded my mind. This camera does something to me, man. I just be forgetting stuff. But you guys know what I'm talking about. When he comes to my memory, I would say it. But yeah, his penalty, the double, the fact that his penalty was called off, and some people say that what he was charged for based on the penalty wasn't glaring. That the pen hits his other foot, and it was it was counted as not a goal. To be fair, even as a Madrid fan, I'm a fan of football first. At the end of the day, I didn't really, even if the ball hits his leg, it was very slight. It was very mild, and I don't know, because I've watched it a few times, and I still don't see it. I still don't see it, to be fair. I still don't see it. If it did hit his leg or his toe, it was very mild. And apparently these are the rules, though. These are the rules. Because I don't know why I wasn't told to retake the penalty, if anything. I don't know how these rules, there's certain rules that I just hear every day. I don't know. But if that happened to me, if that happened to Real Madrid, I would have been calling it injustice. I would have been pissed about it, to be fair. But that wasn't the cause of why they lost the game, because our captain also missed a pen. Our captain also missed a pen. So it's 50-50. It's 50-50. Our captain also played a pen and he missed it. So that cancels that. Everybody starts from the beginning again. And then Loriente, who was, I think he was in Madrid a couple years ago. He was a Real Madrid player, a couple years ago. He played his own pen and he missed. So that penalty that their player that was called off by the ref wasn't the reason why they lost the game. That wasn't the reason why they lost the game. They lost the game because, Llorente missed the penalty and Rudiger scored his, basically. And to be honest, I don't know how the Atletico keeper did not save that Rudiger's pen. I really don't know how he didn't save that pen. That was really strange. It just reminds me of the Liverpool and PSG game. The pen, PSG's first pen. Who took that pen again? PSG. I can't remember who took the pen, but the player to take PSG's first penalty. I don't know how Alisson didn't save that either. I don't know how he didn't save that either. It was the same thing as the Rudiger pen against Oblak. I don't know how he didn't save that pen. Butterfingers is what I call it. But hey, these things happen. I've seen worse. I've seen better penalties that didn't go in. But sometimes you see the worst pens go in. It's like, how? These things happen. I think sometimes, even for the keepers, they can't believe that a penalty is that bad. Like, a penalty can be that bad. They can't even believe it. I think the belief that why is this pen so bad makes them not even catch, make them not even make the save, to catch the pen, if you get what I mean. So I don't know how he allowed that go in, but do I care? Nope. I don't give a damn. Real Madrid, we found a way. And now, I don't even want to talk about the Arsenal PSV game, because that game was basically done from the first leg. It was 7-1 from the first leg. So that game, there was no way in hell, even if Cristiano Ronaldo went back to his prime years and Messi went back to his prime years, and they both played for PSV during that game, there was no way they were going to beat Arsenal. There was no way they were going to score 7. There's no way they were going to score 7 in that game. So that game was practically done in the first leg, and now Arsenal is going to face Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. Arsenal is going to face Real Madrid, which will be a very, very interesting game, and it's crazy because I support both teams. I love, these have been my teams for years, for more than a decade. Arsenal has been my team for more than 2 decades, since I was probably 5 years old. I became a Real Madrid fan when I was probably 16, when I became a real, like, proper Real Madrid fan. Like, I always watched their games since I was little. I was little, but I would watch their games here and there, and obviously they're the Galacticos, so everybody respected Real Madrid. But when I became a proper Real Madrid fan, I was like 15, 16. So I've been supporting them for a very long time. And Arsenal, that one since I was, I don't know, maybe like 5 years old, been an Arsenal fan. So these are, it's crazy that I'll be seeing both my teams play. One things I've even tried to get tickets to watch the game at the Emirates. I know it's going to be the ticket prices will be out the roof because Arsenal tickets are already expensive on its own. So I can imagine how much those tickets be. But if I don't get to watch it at the stadium, then I'll watch it in my house. It's even better watching it in my house because I can I can see every call, every replay. But I just think the atmosphere is going to be incredible that day at the Emirates. It's going to be incredible. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. Arsenal Real Madrid. The last time they played was 2000. Was this light is too? Was in last time they played was in 2006. Arsenal. We all know how that game went. Arsenal beat them at the Santiago Bernabeu with Thierry scoring that iconic goal where he drifted past R9, Roberto Carlos, I think even Zidane, then Ramos, bodied Ramos, and scored that goal against Casillas. Hence why then I think that puts Arsenal either in the final or the semis, one of. But we know the last time they played, or even probably the only time they played was in 2006. So it's very it's good to see them play again. It's going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be a very interesting game because they both play similarly. Arsenal and Real Madrid play both similarly, and what I mean by that is that they like to attack. Both teams like to attack-minded teams. I know a lot of people off the rip probably have written Arsenal off, thinking Arsenal is going to lose that game 10-0. Well, Real Madrid are going to body Arsenal. No, I don't think so. I do not think so. I really don't think so because people are forgetting that Arsenal have a very incredible defense. Arsenal have the likes of Gabriel, Saliba, what's dude's name? Timber, Urian Timber that has been on form. They still have Benny Blanco on the bench, Ben White. They have Calafiori. They have the young boy, who have been good defensively. So Arsenal are pretty solid in defense. Saliba and what's his name? Gabriel. They can go toe to toe with Mbappe. They are fast. They are strong. They're stronger than him. Vinicius will be a threat, but Urian Timber too is aggressive. He's fast. So it's going to. I just think Arsenal's Achilles heel, midfield wise. Yes, they have Odegaard. They have Thomas Partey. They have who else has been even playing the Arsenal? Moreno. They are decent. Right? Who has been playing the Arsenal midfield? Partey, Odegaard, and Declan Rice. My bad. Declan Rice. They have Declan Rice as well. So Arsenal going, from defense to midfield, they're pretty decent too. Arsenal are pretty decent, and also they are doing well in the league. At least they're second on the table. Madrid too is second on the table. So they have not been the best, but so for you to be second in the Premier League, you must be doing something right to a certain level. The only problem for Arsenal will be, obviously, we all know, going forward, the striking position. Arsenal don't have a striker. They do not have a striker. Who is going to play? Who is going to strike? Or except Arsenal want to play a false nine or something. So who is going to strike? For Arsenal, is it Moreno? Is it Martinelli? Is it Trossard? Who is going to strike for Arsenal. Real Madrid have Kylian Mbappe, who has been, although he's still adjusting to that number 9 position, but he's been incredible this season. They also have Vini and Rodrigo in the left and right wing. Arsenal have, what's this guy, Trossard. Trossard is up and down. One game the guy can be incredible, next game the guy can be total rubbish. Martinelli, rubbish, who I think Arsenal needs to do away with. If Arsenal want to be taken seriously, do away with Martinelli. Do this rubbish. That guy can't be starting for Arsenal. But is that, anything can happen. But look at Real Madrid's front three. Look at Arsenal's front three. The difference is clear. The difference is clear. And this is what can win you a game. Mbappe, on a good day by himself, can win you a game. Vini, on a good day, can easily win you a game. Rodrigo, on a good day, even on an average day, can win you a game. So, going forward, Madrid edges that. Defensively, I think Arsenal edges that, to be fair. Defensively, I think Arsenal edges that. Midfield-wise, I think they are going to go toe for toe. Because Declan Rice is incredible. I'll pick a Declan Rice before I pick a Tchouaméni. I'll pick a Declan Rice before I pick a Tchouaméni. Okay, Odegaard versus... They are going toe for toe. Midfielders, when you look at it, and don't look at it based on, because Madrid have been winning trophies and everything. Look at it player for player. Arsenal matches them in midfield. Partey is good. He might not be as young as Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, but Arsenal, can go toe for toe on a good day, midfield-wise. It's just going forward that Arsenal lacks that extra oomph. So that game is going to be really, really interesting. I can't wait to see that game. They play similarly. It will be Don Carlo versus Arteta. A legend in Don Carlo, in Carlo Ancelotti versus an upcoming legend, in quotes, in Arteta. And I know it might sound like a stretch, me calling him upcoming legend. The fact that he hasn't won anything in Arsenal, except from a FA Cup. But people forget that he was also the brainchild behind Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. So even as an assistant coach, Arteta he has trophies under his belt as an assistant coach for Manchester City. I know everybody looks at the coach gets most of the praise, but you forget that there are people behind the coach as well. There are technical advisors, there are assistant coaches, and all these people help. All these people come together sometimes to make a coach look good. They are the ones that make certain key decisions, an assistant coach, for example, just like, what's his name? Carlo Ancelotti, sometimes his son. You can see sometimes his son is like, okay, let's change this person, let's change this person. Then they make that change and the person scores for Madrid or equalizes for Madrid and Madrid wins the game. Then everybody says, it's Carlo Ancelotti's brilliance that won us the game. But you forget that there are other people too. I say that to say, yes, Arteta hasn't won anything of much significance for Arsenal, but he's a winner, especially coming from Manchester City, being the assistant coach of Manchester City. He has titles under his belt. That's what I'm trying to say. What else? What that game went on? Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund as well. Right? Is it Borussia Dortmund? No, it will be Inter versus Bayern. Yes, Inter will be facing Bayern, and Barcelona will be facing Borussia Dortmund. And by the way, let me speak on Barcelona for a bit as well. Barcelona are, to me, the dark horses. If there's one team I'm worried about, or in quote afraid of, it is Barcelona. If there's one team I'm afraid of, it is Barcelona, because they have been incredible this season. I can't lie. You see, the games they've played against Real Madrid, they've had their foot on our necks. They've had their foot on our necks. They've been incredible. Barcelona. Lamine Yamal has been incredible. Rafinha is dubbed as one of that. He will probably be one of the Ballon d'Or nominees for this season. He's been incredible. Lewandowski, incredible. What's this dude's name? Pedri, phenomenal. Balde, and some of the other players, I can't remember their names, but those men, Barcelona, they are relentless. And what Hansi Flick has managed to do, or is doing, is incredible. Is incredible. Kudos to Hansi Flick for the incredible job he's done. You know, I'm a Madrid fan. I don't like Barcelona, but you have to give kudos to who kudos is due to. And before I'm a fan of any club, I'm a football fan first. And I just have to be real. I can't come here and front for you guys. I have to give you the real. Barcelona is one team that I'm really petrified about. I really don't want them to go past that game against Borussia Dortmund. I hopefully Borussia Dortmund do something incredible and Barcelona lose that game, because with the way Barcelona are going, I don't know. Those guys are relentless. They are relentless. Scoring goals for fun. Dangerous in every position. Especially that front three of Rafinha, Yamal, and Lewandowski. Those guys are different gravy. Although I'm calling it, I don't think they're going to get to the final. I think they're going to be knocked out. If they're not knocked out in the quarters, they'll be knocked out in the semi. I don't think they're going to make it to the final, but that is my call. We'll have to wait and see. You know, I'll be here for you by God's grace to make a video and hold my hands up if they make it to the final. Like, you know, I was wrong, but I don't think they will. I don't think they have that much firepower or capacity to. I think they're going to stifle at a point. And look at me talking like a hater, but hey, I'm a Madrid fan, so I have no choice but to hate on Barcelona. And yeah, that's it, man. That's really it. It's been an incredible, you know, knockout stage in the Champions League. Some good games, good pairings. You know, Atletico, Real Madrid, incredible game. That was a very, very incredible game. Both legs. Liverpool, PSG, incredible games. Arsenal, PSV. Would I even call that game incredible? I'll say it was just bullying. You know, there were other games as well, like Inter Milan, Celtic, Bayern Munich, and all this. I didn't watch all those games. I just watched the games that were hot on the yeah. I just watched the games that was hot, basically. And that's about it, man. I can't wait to see how the other games go when the Champions League is back. And also, I would also be making a video on the Liverpool versus. I have more videos coming up, so just look forward to my page. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe so you can get notifications when I release my videos. You know, you want to be here. You want to be on this channel. Trust me, you want to be on this channel. You know, I'll be making a video as well on the Liverpool versus Newcastle game this weekend. So look out for that. Leave your notification bell on. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Let's build this community together. And yeah, that's about it for real. If I'm missing anything, then I'm missing. Then, you know. But for now, I think I've said my piece. I wanted to make videos for each game, but that would have just been long. this is just way easier to talk about everything all at once. So thank you for watching. Until next time, peace. A-Town down.